Today is Sunday, May 10th, 3:49 p.m. I want to talk through what actually needs coordination in a residential project. So starting off with drawings, as a designer, as an architectural designer, you need to have kind of set drawings, so plans, elevation, sections, and detail. They need to have fluency between each other so that general contractors and whoever is handling your drawings understands what needs to be done and what needs to be handled for the project to exist or come to reality. Structural coordination, so beams, posts, footings, load-bearing walls, that needs to be reflected in the plan as well, in the structural plans, but also be reflected on the architectural plan. So as I said, there should be fluency between these plans and kind of in a way also hierarchy and understanding that architectural designers make like the aesthetic work, but structural engineers make the building happen and kind of have it exist essentially. Moving on to consultant coordination, so structural engineer, contractor, and client revision. So these are kind of the top three parties that will be involved in this kind of in the project essentially. So structural engineer will handle like the structural permitting and like revisions and like the structural, and will be in charge of the structure of how the building would function essentially. The contractor will be the one who will translate the plans into reality and develop the plans. So he'll find essentially the electricians, the plumbers, the mechanical party, the finishes, etc. So he's in charge of translating the plans into reality. And then client revisions. So client revisions, working closely with the clients to translate their vision into digital kind of footprint, and then from there turn it into reality. And then material coordination, so wall thicknesses, openings, and assemblies. That's why kind of the details are very crucial in permit sets and construction sets, so that general contractors could understand what is going on, how a certain wall is assembled, and like the correct to do it by permit kind of submission. And kind of leaving off with like the biggest thing I'm realizing is one small change affects multiple drawings details, because like one small detail influences how the whole structure functions. So essentially, if we have one kind of addition of like a beam or something like that, or removal of a beam, it will reflect through the plan. And let's say we have a two-story building and we remove a load-bearing wall essentially from the ground floor. The second floor won't be able to support, won't be supported by the bearing wall, which would need kind of revisions through structural engineer to coordinate where or how to handle this kind of load, or split it between maybe a beam or like a post. So that's kind of a thing to focus on and understand when developing these projects and what comes into coordination of a residential project.